Good morning. It is Friday, October 18th, and I'm coming to you from Orlando, Florida, in the Waldorf Hotel on the very last day of ALTA ONE 2024. It has been a wild week here, and I say that because there were so many people that attended. It really feels like a few years ago before the rates went up, and everybody came to these things. We had 1,100 people here this week, and it was so nice to see so many people from the industry that I haven't seen in a long time, and for everybody just to get together again. But I'm going to give you a rundown of what happened this week in case you weren't able to attend, and suggest some things that you can check out after the fact, because most of the sessions that ALTA puts on are recorded and you can access them later if you're an ALTA member. So the conference really begins on Tuesday for most people, but it truly begins on Monday with all of the committee meetings. So on Monday, most of the people that are involved in committees do come in and they meet in person and go over the remainder of the agenda for this year and what they're going to cover next year. Those committees can range from anything from education to legislative issues, and they're really a great way to get involved in ALTA if you're new, or if there's a particular issue that is really important to you. And so those meetings all happened on Monday. Usually also on Monday, there is a president's reception, which is thrown somewhere on the grounds of the hotel. This year, it was just right outside the main registration desk. It was really awesome. Don Kennedy and the ALTA team did a fantastic job. And it's a great way for those people that do come in a little bit earlier just to get some face time with each other. And so it's also a time when, if you are trying to kind of get acclimated to ALTA if you haven't been before, and you really want to get connected with people that are ALTA veterans or that are really involved in kind of the work that ALTA does nationally, that's a great day to come, because there are so many fewer people here then. You've really got a lot better of a chance to connect with those people in a bit of a smaller group. But the conference began in earnest on Tuesday. Really Tuesday afternoon, with the opening Omni session where Crystal Washington, who is a futurist, was featured. And Crystal was so interesting. She really did a lot of work before the conference to understand our industry and tailor her presentation to it. She talked a lot about the role of AI, the role of decentralized currencies like crypto, which I know is something that we've been talking about for a while in the industry, but the way she presented it really made sense as a next step to potentially get ready for. She also talked about training and the knowledge gap and kind of how we relate to younger people in this industry and their preferences for work. It was very poignant, and it really kind of set the stage for what was going to be discussed in more detail for the rest of the week. But that was a really great way for us all to get started. Like I said, set the stage very well. On Wednesday, the focus was on business building, marketing, responding to lower rates, and how we're going to deal with that volume as an industry. What's hiring going to look like? What's training going to look like? There were some really great sessions that day, but the ones that I thought really stood out were one that was given by TJ Peck from Amrock about education, how to set up a L&D, learning and development division at your company, what that looks like, what to focus on for training. If you have a chance to go back and watch an education session later, that was a great one. Wayne Stanley from Bowie Digital did an excellent session on marketing. Wayne always does an excellent session on marketing, but this year I think he did just a great job giving some real actionable content about what you can do to go out and market your agency. And Mark Fleming from First Am, who does a lot of research as it relates to rates in the Fed and just different trends in our industry, went through what to expect as far as rate cuts in the remainder of this year and early piece of next, so that we can get ready for that volume when it comes back, know when it's coming, kind of know what to watch for. Those were the sessions that I really liked that day. Of course, there were many more, but those should all be available within a few weeks for you to watch if you weren't able to attend ALTA, but you are an ALTA member. You can just find those on the ALTA website. Thursday, the focus was on regulatory challenges, both with the new FinCEN rule and with the NAR ruling. And of course, we talked a lot about AI, right? AI just seems to be this pervasive topic in our industry. I think we're all kind of trying to figure out what to do with it, but we know that we're going to need it. It's been discussed like the new internet, and what if you were running your business today but you didn't use the internet, right? You wouldn't be able to sustain it. And people are saying that AI is going to be that exact same type of a tool and an influence on our industry. But going throughout the day, John Williams from Bluegrass Title, Steve Gottheim from ALTA, and Mike Rhodes from NAR did an excellent session discussing the NAR ruling. And I really liked the way they put together this panel because they had two legal experts and an agency owner, right? And so we got to talk about the legal aspects of it, what to look out for, what might be disruptive to our current practices. And we got the experience of an agency owner, John, who I know very well, and is always trying to really kind of think ahead for these issues and understand how this is going to impact the business moving forward. But I thought that was really good. These sessions can sometimes be a little too high level to be actionable, and this one wasn't, and that was great. I think everybody that attended really got something useful out of it. The next one I really liked this day was how the claims process works, kind of demystifying the claims process. And again, they had a great panel here, right? So Andrea Ewan from Dearborn Title, Trip Riley from Saul Ewing, and David Townsend from F&F. We got the underwriter, agent, and attorney opinion of kind of how a claim works and what to be ready for and how to navigate that process. Hopefully, a lot of you don't have very many claims, and that is a new process to you or one you don't have to go through often. But I think they really did a good job of talking through kind of what's important to prevent them, how to navigate them, and how to work with your partners at your underwriter to get through that process as cleanly as possible. And then lastly, to end out the Thursday roster, there were sessions featuring the ALTA Leadership Development Program, which is a relatively new program, but it's one that ALTA puts on to train leaders in the title industry. And so I think this program is great. If you have people at your agency that maybe aren't in a leadership position now, but that you want to have trained up for leadership in the title industry, that's what this development program is. It offers special training. It offers mentorship. It offers easier access to the conferences, which can be expensive sometimes, but it helps out with that. It's just a really great way to help train up and level up your people who you think are going to eventually be in leadership positions at your firm. All in all, this has been a great week. Lots of interaction, lots of attendance, really, really great material. Just want to thank ALTA for putting this on, as always. I'm sure this is a huge, huge undertaking, and they always do it so well. Want to thank the underwriters for the events that they put on. Just as much as you can get out of this during the day in the sessions, really that's only half of it. The other half is all of the networking and all of the, in-person time that you get with folks here. And a lot of that happens at those underwriter events. So thank you to all the underwriters for putting those on. They were great this year. And it was just so nice to be able to get together with everybody. And lastly, I'm about to do it myself here, but everybody have a safe trip home, safe flight, safe drive. And we'll see you again in the spring. Looking forward to seeing everybody at ALTA Springboard and at ALTA Advocacy this year. With that FinCEN rule, the NAR ruling, and everything that's going on in our industry that touches regulation and law, it's a really, really great year to go if you've never been. Again, another really good way to get involved, to be hands-on with your peers and with your legislators, and to make sure that your experience is counted in the decisions that are made that ultimately govern our industry. So thanks everybody again for coming. Thanks for watching this, and I'll see y'all soon.